that podcast on YouTube. All right, I've done Amazing Heroes. I've done Comics Arena Magazine. I've done a couple handful of different comic zines, but this is probably, and I cannot remember the name of that damn. If anybody out there knows the name of this, real simple, black and white on newsprint, color covers. I think it came out monthly. This would have been like 86, 87, 85, somewhere in there. Walden's book carried it. It was Comics something. Maybe Comics Interview. I don't know. No, probably not Comics. No, Comics Interview. This was magazine size. And the thing that stood out to them, made them stand out to me, is each issue. Like when I first started reading it, they started off with the first appearance of the Legion of Superhero, would cover like a good chunk of that comics history. And then the next issue they do more of it until they caught up to modern day. Really cool magazine. I don't remember the name of it. Don't have any issues left over from when I was a kid or an early teen. Only time I've ever found another issue, there was a comic shop out in Port Arthur, Texas, called The Book Stand. They had one issue in their back issue bin, and I did not grab it, and then that place shut down. All right, what we got here? This is Comics Scene issue 8. Now, this was published by, I think it was Starlog Press. They did the Starlog, which was the science fiction monthly magazine. They did Fangoria, which was the almost monthly horror magazine. Comics Scene was not monthly. And this is probably one of the first issues of this I ever read. Because it's when Batman was coming out. So that would put it in what year is that? I don't know. I have to look on that stuff. But look at this. You got Tales from the Crypt. You got a picture of Wolverine. We got Tim Truman, Wendy Pini, and Simonson. So I'm assuming Walt Simonson interviews. Exclusive. Batman director Tim Burton explains why he cast Keaton and eliminated Robin. Cool picture of Batman. And being from Starlog, of course, you get your ads for. Yeah, matter of fact, here we'll see. Comic Scene was every 2 months. Same thing as Gore Zone. Actually, Fangoria was almost every month. Starlog was monthly. Trying to see where they held the 89. Okay, 1989. So some nice, good paper, well printed. Lots of ads for other shit from the Starlog company, the Star Trek Next Generation magazine, which I actually read for a few issues. I was actually in the TNG for like the first season or so, then just kind of fell out. There's some really cool horror artwork here. Night Force, Tomb of Dracula. That's from the Fantico Night of the Living Dead series. And then, Marvel's Black and White Freddy mag. Tales from the Crypt Keeper, and this is all about, I love these. The old official movie magazines from Starlog Press. I had the Aliens poster book, was one of the ones I had. I had one of the, I had Over the Top. And a couple of those. Tales from the Crypt Keeper, sorry. The ads, if you ever watch enough of these, you'll notice the ads catch my attention a lot. Because these articles, I've read millions of times. And this is the big, gigantic Fantico, sadly out of business ad, where you get all kinds of stuff. Mature reader stuff like Amazing Adventures, American trade paperback, Batman the Dark Knight, really? Black Hawk. Nothing in there is really, adults only, American Flag, okay, I can kind of see that. Barry McKenzie, okay, don't know what Dr. Chaos is, don't know what Dracula, Fly My, okay, Gore Shriek, Gore Shriek I can kind of see, hard to swallow, no idea. Omaha, the cat must be Omaha, the cat dancer taboos. Welcome to Hawkworld. This is the Tim Truman interview, I'm sure. Oh, yes. Some gorgeous artwork. Just gorgeous artwork. Talking about Archie Goodwin taking over, I guess, the Wolverine solo title, 89, was that? Yeah, that was a thing by then. So I don't remember exactly when that title started, because I'll be honest, I did not read that title. I read it every month, but I didn't buy it every month, because by the time it was coming out, a friend of mine was getting a subscription, I think, to it. I'd read his copies because it was like $1.50 or some shit. It was like $1.25. It cost more than other comics, and I just didn't want to pay that much. And plus, I was already reading Uncanny X-Men, so I got Wolverine every month anyway. Oh, okay, this is when Peter David takes over Wolverine for a 6-issue run starting with issue 11. I know a few people who enjoy it. Hey, Dav of Davlin's Legacy, the Legacy Verse. I think it's legacyverse.com. Check him out. He'll love that. He's a huge Peter David fan. I'm not. Rites of Passage. Marv Wolfman and George Perez are raising the Teen Titans to young adulthood. Now, this is when they just became like the new Titans. There's Jericho. This is the article that, for some reason, just fascinated me when this came out. The Black Book Detective, the Batman, Time for God. Oh, I so wanted to read these. And I didn't know at the time because they didn't say anything here. They were reprinted. You could get them. It's just, they weren't exactly cheap, but I would have bought them. Or bought one just to check it out. Oh, the Deep Reds. Look at this. Chaz Bombs. Yeah, that guy. I don't know the gore score. I don't know if I got Horror Holocaust. And I got more gore score. I've read a lot of these Deep Reds. Thankfully, because they cost so much. From the Legends of the Super Friends special, The Huntress. Cute little cartoon with Swamp Thing. Then, of course, Batman, big article on Batman with lots of pictures. That's kind of neat because I just found this. Okay, this is the cover of Dark Horse's Predator issue 1, which was their first time they did Predator. You know, Aliens took off, so they got the Predator license. And if I ever cover that issue, I'll tell the story how I acquired it. But okay, that's kind of cool. And the story in this, it was like a 4-issue miniseries. The story in this became in a lot of ways, the plot for the second Predator film. Just really gorgeous artwork, too. Heavy Artillery. Armed with a stack of Punisher comics, director Mark Goldblatt blasts the Grim Avenger onto the screen. Yeah, this is the Dolph Lundgren Punisher movie that I waited and waited to come out in theaters, and I finally rented it, and back then, it freaked me. I hated it because he didn't have the skull on his shirt. I was one of those like, oh god, no skull. Don't want to watch this shit. Going back and watching it now, it's actually pretty good. To me, I enjoy it more than the Thomas Jane film. But I'd put it below Warzone. Warzone is just the perfect Punisher movie. So we already talked about that. The world's greatest comic magazine. Walt Simonson. Okay, can Walt Simonson improve the world's greatest comic magazine? It's a dramatic question as the writer-artist assumes command of the Fantastic Four. Is that Death's Head? Whoa. In 1989, Walt Simonson was drawing and writing Fantastic Four, and Death's Head was appearing there. That's kind of cool. I knew Death's Head had appeared in Fantastic Four. Artist in the Beast. This is Wendy Pini. She was doing the Beauty and the Beast series from Innovation, I think it was. I've only ever seen one issue of this. It is fucking gorgeous. But the issue I found is like prestige format, a little bit oversized, probably about magazine size, but prestige format, and a really good paper. And it's an antique on the person wants like $20 for it, which I know it's not worth $20. It's, probably a $10 comic that a dealer would sell to you for $6 because they can't unload it at 10. Look at this really, really nice art. Wendy Pini's a really good artist, but as far as I know, she's really not doing that much anymore. I don't know what's up with that. It's really, black and white pencil sketches are fully colored. Just really cool artwork. Oh, the old cereals you could order. I wanted every one of these as a kid, especially the Captain Marvel one, which I know that one you can get on the, archive.org, the Internet Archive. There's a movie collection. They have the full thing of that because it's public domain. It's so good. It's just so good. Look at this shit. $35 is what we were paying back in the day for 2 tapes. Now that was 12 episodes, and each episode was like 15, 20 minutes. So, that's fairly long, but still $35. Plus shipping. $2 for shipping, so almost $37, just like a few cents off. The end of the Simonson interview, the end of the Crypt article, Life with Mickey. The late Floyd Gottfredson recalls his time with the Great American War. He did the Mickey Mouse comic strip, if I remember right. Yeah. He did some of the shit. If you ever heard of Uncensored Mouse from Eclipse Comics, which was 1 or 2 issues, I don't think 3 got published. It might have been 3. Reprinting the public domain Mickey strips where Mickey commits suicide and all this crazy shit. He did that stuff. Cinemagic magazine. Another one, I've seen a couple of scans of some issues. Really cool looking magazine. Okay, the Comics Reporter. This is why, at least in the comic geek circles I was running in back then, this is why this magazine was hot shit. Because it listed everything that had been optioned and was possibly going to happen as a TV, cartoon, whatever, movie, adolescent radioactive black-balled hamsters, animated series, Rankin Bass producers, American Flag movie, Ant-Man, movie still alive, may not be Henry Pym character or costumed hero, Archie, movie, Archie and Veronica, Warner Brothers script, Jeff Boehm, Joel Schumacher director, Archie Corey Haim, also TV movie for NBC Fall 1989, executive producers Tom Pratchett, Andy Haywood, animated Archie's 3000 series possible, The Avengers not comic heroes, John Steed, blah blah blah. Blade, see, I like looking at these, see the ones actually, Brenda Starr actually happened, Bugs Bunny, some of that shit happened, Bullwinkle shit happened. Captain America, musical dead, too expensive. Movie may start shooting shortly. See item, and that would be the Albert Pujols. Yeah, J.D. Salinger's kid is Captain America movie. Ooh, that's not real good. Chip and Dale animated series, Rescue Rangers, already airs on Disney Channel. Debuts in syndication this fall. Cracked, superhero parody movie in development. And there's just page after page of this shit. We'd pour over this. Because 89, I was in my teens. Okay, and then you had this. Oh, I love these shirts. I want every one of these shirts. Yeah, that's Comic Scene, issue 8. Hope you enjoyed this. If you did, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe, all the other bullshit. Talk to everybody later. Bye-bye.